Magazine.
Hello, once again, I'm Doc Rodden, and this is Gruesome Magazine, where we review the release and streaming and video on-demand horror movies. Each week, my co-host Jeff Mohr, Crystal Cleveland, Dave Dreher, and I will take a look at various spooky, scary, and gory genre offerings. And tonight, we're looking at Great White Shark movie. Talking about sharks. And if you know me, I love a good shark movie. And this, let's see if this one lives up. Will it do so? I don't know. Let's find out. Joining me tonight is Jeff Mohr. Jeff, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. You know, my favorite shark movie is Sharks of the Corn.
Oh my gosh. I heard it was actually good. And one of my friends, I think, is in it.
I thought I just made it up.
Oh, no, that's real. Oh, no, that's real. Oh, no.
I'm picturing dorsal fins cruising through salt corn past it. You know.
That's real.
Well, now I got to look it up.
You got to go find it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Also joining this week is Crystal Cleveland, the Living Dead Girl. How you doing?
I'm great. Now I feel stupid. I'm like, oh yeah, I heard it was pretty good. Yeah. But I'm great. Sharks are good. Like they're scary. Really, the bottom line is sharks are scary because anytime you encounter one, you're in their territory. So.
And you think they're going to eat you.
They are going to eat you. They're going to eat you. That's all they do
all they do. Eat poop,
chomp,
shit.
chomp, chomp.
Well, they eat poop and make lots of baby sharks, right?
Baby shark, do, 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 do.
Rounding out the crew is the one and only Dave. Dreher. How you doing, Dave?
And I got to follow Baby Shark. That's not good.
I know.
That is not good.
It's a tough one.
I figured we'd have a shark movie in here somewhere, Doc. You can never pass a shark movie.
We've had the past 8 or 9 years. We've had a shark movie every summer, starting with Shallows. One kind of a major one that gets suppressed. There's always been, the Asylum shark movie or something, and on the Shark Week or something, they'd have some. Right. But we had Shallows. We had Deep Blue Sea 3. We did
3.
Meg, of course, finally got mad, and then we did. What was it 47 meters down? Yeah, two of those. And now, Great White. So we're eager to do this one, right? Yeah.
He's white. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to give our first impression of the film. We're going to be spoiler free during that time, and then after that, we're going to get into a deep discussion about it for a short bit of time, and we will get into spoilers of that. That's what that's for, and then we'll wrap things up with our final thoughts, our score, 1 to 5, and our favorite scene. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Great White. Not the one from the 80s there, Dave. You remember that one?
I do remember that one, yes.
No, not that one. This one is from Down Under. It is Take Your Final Breath. From the executive producers of 47 Meters Down. They seem to know what they were doing, right? Releasing in theaters, VOD, and digital on July 16th, 2021. Director is Martin Wilson. The writer is Michael Boughen. The cast includes Christina Bowden, Aaron Jakubenko, Kimie Tsukakoshi, Tim Kano, and Teiko Tuhaka. Oh God, Tsukakoshi. Isn't that right?
Yes, but that's not what you said.
Yeah.
Is that not what I said? All right. Synopsis: in Great White, a blissful tourist trip turns into a nightmare when 5 seaplane passengers are stranded miles from shore. In desperate bid for survival, the group try to make it to land before they either run out of supplies or are taken by a menacing terror lurking just beneath the surface. And I'm just saying this film wins the Poster of the Year award because I love it.
Yeah, it's nice looking. Yep. Agreed.
And I will spoil that for once the shot is actually in the movie. Maybe it's enhanced for the poster, but the idea is actually in the movie. So
yeah.
You won't be, so you won't be disappointed there. All right, so let's do this. Our first impression of Great White. Jeff, you are up first.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
So I'm totally with you, Doc. It's summer. It's time for a shark movie. It's not the best shark movie I've seen, but it's not bad. I kind of enjoyed it. The special effects or the computer graphics are a little off and on. Sometimes I believe it, and other times I'm going, no, that's not. But that's okay. I like the setup. There's one character in this movie that you will immediately hate. At least unless you're somebody like him, maybe. But
I mean, they are designed for you to hate them so much.
Yes, they are. So I like the couple. I like the way they set it up. I thought that was kind of fun. All the decisions they make sense. And it isn't like you're going, no, don't do that stupid thing. I felt like they did all the right things. There is something that just keeps happening over and over again that you're wondering why there wasn't a way around that. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I enjoyed it.
Well, every shark movie has the challenge of getting the people in the water to encounter the sharks.
And that's what I was talking about.
That's exactly what you were talking about. All right, Crystal, you're up next. Your first impression of Great White.
So basically, I kind of feel the same way as Jeff. I don't know why they made this one character so hateable. Like, they didn't give him any redeeming qualities at all. It was really odd. I don't think I've ever seen a character written so mean. Like, just straight up, you booty head. That is all. That being said, I also love the couple. Actually, I love the other couple too. For, I guess, what they brought to it. I really like the dude that works with them. I think the acting was great. I think some of the cinematography was just really beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great scenery. Great.
Yeah, and a lot of the beginning scenes too, like with not the beginning couple, but the main couple, that beginning scene where they had a lot of the light breaks, light leaks. It's really beautiful. I think that some of the shots of the shark underwater were great too. I think that they did try to extend the story by, having them fall into the water silly ways. Some of the ways I was fine with, but some of it I was like, oof. It's a shark movie. That's what you're going to get. Some of it is going to have to be a little bit contrived and a little bit, work around. If it's a quality shark movie. I mean, there's a lot of bad ones out there, and this one is not bad at all. The shark looks good. The acting is good. So they tried to attack it in a maybe sort of silly way. And I love the shark scream. Don't care. I know that someone here hates it. I loved it. Can't help it. I thought it was awesome, actually. It made me laugh. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Screaming sharks underwater.
Screaming sharks.
Dave Dreher, you're up next, sir. What was your first impression of Great White?
Yeah, I mean, I think listening to you talk about it a little bit kind of sounds like you're trying to talk yourself into the fact that you liked it a little more than you did. I thought this was okay. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. I wanted a really great shark movie, and this is an okay shark movie. I thought it was real wordy, like lots of talking, less talking, more sharking. That's what we needed.
No.
But it was okay, and when the shark was there, the menace seemed real. There was a couple moments, not enough, but a couple moments of true like sharky terror. They were there, but I just didn't care about the characters enough. One of the great things about Jaws, I mean, everything's compared to Jaws, but you really fell in love with those characters. I didn't give a shit about these characters. They could have all been fish bait. I really didn't care. So yeah. It's just okay. This is okay.
Just
okay.
Just okay.
Not bad. Just okay.
all right. I'm somewhere out there. Because I am very partial to shark movies, and I think this one is satisfying. It's entertaining. The story is very simple for a shark movie. They are basically just trying to get to land. It's very simple. They get in. They're in a raft and they have to get that raft to shore because nobody knows where they are, and if they don't, they're either going to starve to death or get eaten by the shark. And it's very simple in that respect, and it's halfway believable at least that the shark would chase after them because for whatever reason. That's kind of the thing, right? Because would a shark leave its own territory to keep pursuing this? I guess it's a food supply. Maybe it realizes that. I don't know, but it's a big target, so it's definitely something it could follow. What I mean? And the friction between the characters was set up in a way that made sense for the characters in the situation they were in, right? Because the one husband was a very jealous, privileged individual, right? So being in this situation wasn't what he wanted, and he, everybody was beneath him, and he thought the one guy was, getting on his girly, and maybe he was. Maybe he was. I don't think he was, but maybe he was. Maybe he was. But I liked our two leads. I liked the situation they're in, and it had enough going for it that I was invested. The sharks are well done for the most part. There are a few scenes where it's like, do that one again. That you need a couple more renders. That one is bad. But there are some underwater ones that are really nice, and I really like the ending. I showed you the poster, and that happens in this movie. And there's just the whole idea of what they're trying to do at that point. They have no other choice, and this is how they're going to go about it. And I was kind of like, wow, this is actually kind of interesting and good.
Interesting.
And it for the most part, it works for them. So it won me over, despite it being, like Dave said, it is a lesser shark film from the shark films that we've been getting. Shallows, I think, was a really well done movie. Even though the endings in these two films are fairly similar in some respects. 47 Meters Down has a really tense underwater scenes where, especially the first one where they're out in sea and you can't, it's so claustrophobic and there's this wide open sea. I don't know how they did that. And this one doesn't have any of that going for it. It's a straight up action film where they're trying to get back to shore. It's a race against time. And for that, it's a ticking clock. It works. It keeps your knuckles a little white, and it's a fine film.
Sounds like you're trying to say it's okay, Doc.
It's okay. It's okay. It's very okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll watch it again. If for nothing else, for the last 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean,
Well,
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I have a problem with. Sharks don't growl. At least I don't think they do. At least not like this.
Never heard of before. Never heard him do that before. Yeah, I have to agree.
I've heard they do it in movies all the time, but they literally growls in this one, and I was just like, oh man. But then of course it also has people scream underwater and the bubbles. It's a great cinematic look. But it's like, no, you would be dead right now. You would drown. There's all the air you had just shot out. And you got no air. Then your next reaction is going to be going, and you're going to suck it. You're sucking in the ocean water, and you're going to drown. Your belly up, and this is.
Yeah.
You got to suspend belief, Doc.
Well, and I can for a lot of it, but there's at that point I start really just that always gets me, and it did both of those things, and of course. I don't, why can't they get CGI sharks right all the time by now? Shouldn't there just be like one CGI model out there that they just pass around and spruce it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Put a scar here, put a scar there.
Couldn't they use like real footage and then put that in and color grade it or something?
That never seems to work. You gotta go old school Spielberg and just have a mechanical shark.
Well, that would be ideal. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, because that shark. Well, anyway, we aren't going to get into that movie, but
don't get talking about Jaws. We'll be here all night.
Well, Jaws actually does splice in some real sharks in the shark cage sequence.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah. And
I think they used real shark footage here for sure at some points, right?
They did. Yeah.
Yeah, because some of the shots are really beautiful.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. I mean, we were talking about Great White from the '80s, and I think that's the one where the shark hits the raft from underneath and knocks it up in the air. Is that the right one?
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh my God, this movie is gold compared to that movie. Although I kind of love that movie because of how stupid it is. It is,
right.
And it has a similar scene in here where the shark jumps out of the water and knocks the boat over this raft. It works, but it's kind of, it may make you laugh.
What part?
The shark knocking the boat over, coming up out of the water and knocking the boat over.
Why would that? You think that just seems unrealistic? I don't think that seems unrealistic.
I thought it was a little silly.
I think if a shark wanted, well,
the shark has to do is come up and do a big chomp on the raft.
I know, and I go,
whoa, all the air goes out, game over, Sorry.
If it understood. Yeah. But maybe it just wants to play with its food. I don't know.
It read the script, right?
I will say they did something, and I'm not going to say what it is because it's going to be my favorite scene, but they did something that I really like that they did here that I haven't seen. I don't think in something else. Another shark movie.
Okay.
And it's something that really messes me up. Totally messes me up with sharks.
I like that there's more than one.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The fins were really big, too.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Well,
okay, but let's talk about something that was ridiculous. Okay, he's sitting there, and then the other girl's there, and she wakes up. She's like, "I see the shore, and it's massive." What he was facing that direction and missed it completely. Like I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's not just you see the shore. Literally, you see the entire island.
Looks like fucking Skull Island in front of him. Yeah,
it's like he's facing that direction. And he's like, oh yeah. And she's like, and I'm like, wait, he didn't see it at all. Like what?
I thought
they should have had him. They should have had him facing another direction. That was so bad. I was like, wah, wah, wah. That was a little much for me. Okay.
It was supposed to be a dramatic moment.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, you were going to say something before that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to know what she was talking about. And that was it.
But I'll tell it when I tell my favorite scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing that shortly. All right. So with that, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up with our final thoughts, our score, 1 to 5, and our favorite scene. It's a shark movie. What else can we say about it? If you're listening, we want to thank you for hanging out with us. We hope you're enjoying not only this review, but many others we have on the site and on the stream. And if you want to support us, it's free and easy to do. Hit the subscribe button or share with a friend. It does wonders, and we thank you also very much. And we'd love to hear your comments down below. Oh, love to hear them.
Can't wait.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. We're going to wrap things up with our final thoughts. Our score 1 to 5 and our favorite scene, Crystal.
It's not me first.
Is it Dave?
It's Jeff.
Jeff.
It was me.
You got one more you can choose, Docky.
Docky. All right, Jeff. It's your turn. I got a new nickname, Docky.
Better
than Dickie.
Yeah, so What? I don't even.
Ah,
I didn't hear that.
yeah.
Send all your comments to Doc Random.
So I enjoyed this. Are there some flaws in it? Yeah, there are. But I still thought it was fun, and there was some tension, and I don't want to say, if I say what I want to say right now, I will give too much away, so I'm not going to say it. So I'm giving this a 3. This is a
Okay.
perfectly good, not great, not terrible shark film. And favorite scene. Oh, I should have really dug into this. I didn't think I would go first. You know what? I'm going to take when Benny goes, when they find the
Oh, yeah.
trash boat, and Benny goes diving in through the boat and
yes, it's
finds the
well
woman.
done.
Yeah, and it's somewhat reminiscent of a scene in Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally different and much more graphic, but yeah.
I those underwater scenes where it's just pitch black, I can't stand it. It just gives me not. It's just.
Well, and I'm
makes
like
me
going,
feel-
how long can this guy hold his breath? Oh, he must. Oh, that's right. There's like this pearl diver thing or something, but oh my God, he's down there a lot. I don't know. I get wound up. Does he remember he's got to swim back out?
But he also screams underwater too.
Yeah, he's a screamer.
Yeah.
Underwater screamer too. Yeah.
You scream underwater. That's it. Unless you have a mask on. If you have a mask on, you can scream underwater.
Underwater. I can't think of how it would go. Underwater, no one can hear you scream and then take a breath or something.
Maybe there's something about screaming I don't know. Anyway, let's keep it.
Well, you can scream and just shut your mouth and still have air. It's just that you won't have any air left to make it back up. I've screamed underwater a lot, haven't you? I mean, didn't y'all get underwater and scream? Oh, I love screaming underwater.
You can scream underwater?
Yeah.
Yes! Absolutely!
Sound
It's
travels.
Yeah, of course you can. Oh, well, this is why you have a problem with it. No, it's absolutely real.
Because I'm ignorant. All right.
No, the real. Okay. I'm going to Google to see if sharks have vocal cords.
All right.
Now, I don't know if sharks can do it, but I know people can. I used to love going underwater. And then my friend and I, we would yell words at each other. She'd get on one end of the pool, and I'd get on the other end, and you try to hear it and see what they said. We were weird, apparently.
By the way, they don't have vocal cords.
All right. You're lucky you didn't drown. All right. What is your final thoughts, your score and favorite scene?
Okay, so I'm going to give it a 3 as well. I think it's a perfectly decent and acceptable shark movie. I think it's actually a good shark. It still is a good shark, but I've just seen too many bad ones. So to me, this one is definitely pretty good. I think people will be satisfied with it. And so my favorite scene is, so if you know anything about great whites, and they absolutely do this, great whites swim up and up like this in the water, underneath the water. You know this, right? Here you got your shore. Great whites will take themselves and come up like this. And this is how they attack up, and they jump up into the air.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't see it with humans, really, or well, at least not much, but they did have an attack like that in this movie with a human. And with the one, well, I don't want to say,
yes.
But yeah, so this messes me up because they'll sit here and they'll wait for their prey. And they'll just be under the water all creepy like this. Like this, guys. How?
You can see that. You can see that in there's films of great whites off the southern tip of Africa with seals doing that.
Yeah. And so that's when they get that momentum where they actually, jump out of the water when they attack. Typically, when great whites attack people, they're just going up and they're testing. They don't know what it is. They're like, "What are you?" They're not committed to the attack, or they don't have the depth that they need Just really, I have been scuba diving.
You've
I've been
studied a lot of stuff.
snorkeling.
It's like
Yeah,
a-
I've been
it's-
snorkeling in Hawaii where you can't even see the bottom, and I'm like, can you imagine thinking of a shark just sitting there just watching you? Like, oh, I'm ready.
It's like
I'm gonna get her.
it's like a sample platter in Costco or something.
Sample platter in Costco. All right, Dave Dreher, you're up next. Your Final Fantasy score and favorite scene.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to change the name of this from Great White to Meh White. It's not great. It's okay. It's just it's okay. I don't know what else I can say about it. It didn't thrill me in any way, shape, or form. So it's going to get a 2.5 for me. Just nice middle of the road. And favorite scene, Doc. I'm actually going to choose that one. We were talking about it for the exact reason you said, because it reminded me of the original Great White when that shark comes up and it actually like comes up right in the middle of the raft and like knocks the one lady out. But it knocks that raft up in the air about 10 feet.
Yeah.
and I just liked it, but it reminded me of that one, of the original.
Oh my God, you have to see that scene.
Yeah, but it reminded me of that, and that was a fond memory. And it actually looked good. The shark looked good coming up out of the water, and I thought it looked all right. So I don't know how many people will get the reference. Probably you and I. Yeah, probably you and I.
Yeah.
Probably you and I, the only two that'll get it.
I
But I'm
haven't
going to
seen
choose
that
that. Yeah, I'm going to choose that as my favorite scene. So yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. All right, I'm a sucker for a shark movie, and this one got me. It's not as good as all the other shark movies I mentioned that I liked in the past few years, but it's perfectly fine. It's got a shark. It's got a couple of sharks. It's got people, and you root for them. At least I did. I know, Dave, you said
Some
you
of them.
didn't so much.
Yeah,
so I mean, I liked that they had to get inventive about surviving at the end, which is going to be my favorite scene. My favorite scene is when they decide, hey, we got nothing. We got nothing. We have a flare gun and a knife and the two of us and one thing of air, and we're going to do it. And they go down there and they fight. And they had a plan. They had a plan. They never have plans in these movies. They just do shit. They had a plan. They executed, and it actually looked pretty damn cool. And it's on the freaking poster. I like that. This movie's dumb. Otherwise, it's fun. It's a shark movie. I give it 3.25 because
Yay!
I'm a sucker for a shark movie. Yeah,
Because we said 3 and you had to go higher than us.
I had to.
That's it.
3.25.
Look, I
get sitting down there at the review doing this, waiting for all of us.
come on! Really? Think about that. Think about that shark. That shark is down there, and it's. You're not going to be able to see it as well if you were like looking down. Think about how brilliant that is when you're. It's just like the. That is really scary. Like that, it messes me. When I think about that, it messes me up because I totally could have had that happening to me in Hawaii. How you can't see the bottom. You can't see anything. All you see is black. And then like the sea turtles, underneath you or whatever. And I think about if a shark had just been sitting there just waiting. Wanting to nom.
Just down there. Just far enough.
From now on.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say I'm surprised. I'm surprised nobody picked a scene where the girl climbs up on that wreck and all the barnacles get her. That was actually fairly painful.
Realistic,
painful.
I don't know if you've ever cut yourself on a cell or
barnacles.
It's not good.
It's not a clean straight cut. It's cuts. She nailed herself up good and. Totally
Barnacles
has nothing
brutal.
to do with any of the rest of the film other than that brutal barnacles.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the movie. Brutal
Barnacles.
I should have copyrighted.
Oh my God, that would actually, because they are living, you could totally, someone needs to make a horror movie about that because they, if anyone has gotten cut by
barnacles.
Gruesome Magazine presents Brutal Barnacles.
I'm telling you, Asylum. Come on. It's like it's totally an untapped market. Okay.
They could be Lovecraftian,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
little mouths.
barnacle-
on
Oh, exactly, because of the way that they have this little tendril thing. Ooh, bleh.
The
I don't like
barnacle
'em.
subgenre is not well represented.
No, it's not
That's
at
right.
all. Not at all. Totally,
Yeah.
totally overlooked him.
I can see it for real. I'm
All
not
right.
kidding. I'm like,
Crystal, you're a trip. I love you.
yeah, yeah.
All right, well,
I'm all messed up.
folks, is our review of Great White, available July 16th. Check it out and let us know what you think down below. Jeff, Crystal, Dave, thank you for joining me. You know, we got to get
You're
more
welcome.
shark movies.
More shark movies. One a week.
Welcome.
No, that's too many. That's too many.
I bet you. I wonder if this is going to be the only one we get this summer, and if so, see, it was clearly the best. So the 3 was warranted.
True. True. Can't argue that.
Yeah.
I'll go for that. All right, let's say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Gruesome Magazine.